The holy grail of this digital age is to be able to set something up to where you can create income passively, calling it passive income. Being able to generate revenue when and however you want, no matter if you're awake or you're asleep, so that you can work as much as you want to work or as little as you want to work, making it entirely up to you, giving you the option to travel where you want to travel, work wherever you want to work, play. Maybe you want to go to the beach. Maybe you want to go on an exotic trip somewhere. Maybe you want to stay at a resort. But the passive income will give you that freedom and that security so that you can go and do and spend as you want. How to have passive income that generate $200 per day, giving you the life and freedom to do and work whenever and however you want. However, the only caveat to this is that it's not passive. I'm going to break this down and show you the truth of what really happens and why it's not passive. My main aim for you is that you're well informed and that you know the truth. So, without any further delay, let's jump right in and let's get started. Welcome to another episode of the Create Biz podcast. I am your host, Caleb Becker, talking about what it's really like to navigate through the challenges of running an online business, how to get your work to serve you and your family without burnout, how to gain the freedom of a well-structured business and develop the daily habits that create this success. All right, happy to just jump right into this. I have my notes right here in front of me, and I'm going to be going through them, and this is going to be a lot of fun. So really looking forward to sharing this with you. Passive income number 1, membership sites. The concept of a membership site is to have a members-only site that's exclusivity for the content that members have to pay for. And to generate this $200, you would need to have a model of $35 per member per month, requiring you to have 172 members so that you can generate this kind of income. So the type of memberships that people do, and this isn't a conclusive list, this is just a breakdown giving you some ideas, is content on the website that is restricted. So some content that you have on your site that you restrict and members have to pay to access it. Having a group coaching area inside of a platform, doing coaching to a group of people instead of one-on-one. So you could, in a sense, say the same 172 people could join in on this group coaching call. To have a course plus community. So you have a course that you've created and has lessons that the members can go through. And then there's a community inside of this so that they can converse back and forth and be able to get their questions answered. All right. So it sounds great and it sounds good. $200 a day, 172 members. It seems possible and doable. But let's talk about how it actually works and why it's a false belief to think that this is passive. No one's going to join your membership unless you have an audience, meaning you can have a membership site and you can't get anybody to join unless they know about it. And so you have to have an audience. All right. And to build an audience takes a lot of time, takes a lot of work. To get 172 members to come into your membership site, you're going to have a far bigger audience, thousands of people, so that you can pitch the membership to. And building that audience, like I said, it's not easy. It takes a lot of work. Membership sites are known to have high churn. Members come and go all the time. So you need to have a lead generation strategy. All right. This is a big deal. This is a really big deal. A lead generation strategy is big. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of time, and it's something that you have to do consistently, month after month. To combat retention, so that people don't leave, you need to create fresh content. All right. You need to show up in the community, and that takes time. Passive income number 2, selling digital products. I love this one. Selling digital products. I think it's great. It's an awesome concept. All right. So let's just talk about how this works. So you sell digital products. Okay. Selling digital products are fully automated, right? You don't need packaging. You don't need shipping. There's no expense in delivery. Everything you sell is in a digital format. And to make this $200 a day in passive income, if we're going to use a price point of a $5 product, you need to sell about 1,200 products per month. So the type of ways to sell digital products is, one, you have your own website and you store all your products inside of that website, or you have an e-commerce store like Amazon, or you have a place like Etsy, and then there's so many more, but these are just some examples. And this is where you host your products. So you set up your digital products inside of this space, this online space, and people come and purchase. Whether you're awake or you're asleep, you're selling products day or night. So it's really an awesome way, awesome approach. But let's talk about how it really works and why it's a false belief to think that digital products alone are a passive income idea. All right. So to sell 1,200 products a month, you need an email list of buyers that is 25,000 people. And that 25,000 people in the online space, you can expect a 0.5% conversion every month from this list. And to build a list this size takes a major lead generation strategy, a ton of work. People will not opt into your list unless you've got your marketing down to the T. And then it's a constant work to keep that marketing in front of people so it can generate that type of traffic, lead generation traffic. All right. To get your products to rank well on Amazon, Etsy, or even your own website, you're going to have an SEO strategy, search engine optimization, or the platform's own search-related optimization. So your own website, you need search engine optimization, making sure that you're ranking well. And if somebody else gets ahead of you, you got to make sure that you can have relevant content, relevant descriptions, relevant products, so that people can actually see yours and purchase it without getting down to the bottom of the list into a sea of other products. So it takes a ton of work. All right. To get traffic to your website or Amazon or Etsy or any other platform, you need to have a major marketing campaign using social media, posting multiple times a day. A lot of people, they look at social media and they say, oh yeah, it's just easy. It's easy to get out there and get your name out there. All right, well, yeah, it's easy to set up an account. It's easy to have a profile picture. It's easy to post something, right? But it takes a real strategy of posting with intention multiple times a day so that you're showing up and you're getting in a place where people want to interact with you and they want to sign up to whatever it is that you're offering. So 4 times a day, I mean, I'm talking 7 days a week, 4 times a day, and more than one social media platform. And that in itself is a lot of work. That's where the work is, actually. So selling digital products is cool, but like I said, it's a false belief to say that it's passive. No, it takes a lot of work and working with it every day. All right, passive income number 3, blogging. Oh man, just to have a blog, just to be able to write a blog and just to be able to share with the world right? The concept of writing blogs is that you host ads on your blog platform or you sell your own products and you promote them on your blog, generating website traffic. To make you $200 per day, you will need around 60,000 visitors to your blog every single month. So the idea is that you find a niche for your blog and you write about it. That you need to rank first page on Google so that you can be found in search, and that you research your topic to see what the questions and people are searching for so that you can write relevant articles. You need to write a blog post that's between 1,200 to 1,600 words per post, and you need to aim to write 2 blog posts minimum per week. All right. Let's talk about how this actually works and what's really involved in it and why it's a false belief to think that this is passive income. To get your website to produce 60,000 page views per month, it's not an easy task. You need to learn SEO, you need to develop a strategy, and it takes constant work to rank your blog post so it shows up first on Google. It's a competitive. It works well, but it does take a lot of work. And it's when you rank well first page on Google, you can just expect that kind of traffic. But if you don't, then you can expect almost zero traffic. Okay, now let's talk about the writing of the post. 1,200 to 1,600 words per post. That's major work. When you're writing 1,200 to 1,600 words per post, and you're doing this every week, and you're doing this for consistently for several years, you have written several books, my friend, in that time frame. It takes hours and hours to write one post. Writing is hard. Research is not easy. Many hours go into finding the concept and topics to cover in a blog post. So it just takes a lot of time. It's worth it. It's worth it, but it just takes a lot of time. So there's my argument. That's why it's not passive. All right, passive income number 4, courses. This is a great one. So with a course, creating a course around a specific topic or niche and packaging it up in video bits that will be easily consumed, having modules and chapters and lessons. So to make $200 per day, you will need to sell 5 courses per day at $45 each. So let's just talk about the concept. To teach your topic on a linear journey. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a topic and you're going to have a student join the course and they're going to be at this beginner level. And the linear journey is as they progress, they'll get to the top and they'll be an expert in this topic. Okay. So you record all the lessons in video format, you talking, or you mix it up with slides, or you just focus everything on the screen and you do slide presentations there. And you package it up into modules, chapters, and lessons. Okay, this model is for the DIY, the do-it-yourselfer. The student will be on their own, they'll learn at their own pace, and therefore removing you out of the process, putting it all on them, and that's why it's considered passive, because they're learning all this whether you're sleeping or awake. So it's an anytime, any place for the student. But let's talk about how it actually works and why it's a false belief that it's passive. For one, you have to create the course, all right? But I'm not even going to include that into why it's not passive. To sell 5 courses a day, you need a flow of new leads of something like 3,000 leads per month. New leads that you can pitch your course to. So to build a flow of leads to this magnitude takes a lot of work. It takes a strategy, and you got to be strategic in how you're doing your marketing, because you want to speak to a specific niche, one that will end up being buyers. All right. So students that buy the course, even though it's DIY, however, they will still need some support. So, for example, you'll need to be available to answer questions. to give refunds and all within a timely manner. And this requires you to be on call, not physically on the phone, but just to be available to answer anytime without being too many hours in delay. So just spending all your days on the beach and not checking your emails is not a way to go about this, because you need to support these students. And yes, there's got to be refunds. You can't sell a course without giving a refund, or you won't sell very many courses. And the refund there just stands as a promise to the student that if they don't like it and if they're not getting any value out of it, that you will stand behind it and you'll refund them their money. All right. Well, word of mouth spreads. And if you don't refund in a timely manner and you're not helping these students in a timely manner, they're going to spread the word of how bad this course is. And that will hurt your lead generation strategy. Believe it, it will. All right. The course needs to be updated so it can serve the student best. All right. You create the course. It's not just one and done. As you learn from the students, you're going to have to get involved. So you're going to need to survey them. You're going to need to answer, like I said before, answer their questions. And you're going to need to find out how this helps them so that you can make this a better course all the way around. So you're going to need to be updating it. So it's going to cause you to be making this your baby. And you're going to have to keep nurturing it and making it to where it's good for everybody that purchases a course, and that it really does provide them value and it helps them. So therefore, taking away any passive idea that person would think it would be. However, it's a great model. It's just, it's going to take work.
I just wanted to pause here for a second to thank you for subscribing to this channel. And I really appreciate your comments. So let's jump back in where we left off.
All right. Passive income number 5, podcasts. Oh, we love podcasts. Weekly podcasts that you upload and that you sell ad spots on, or you promote other brands. So the concept of this is you record weekly podcasts with your laptop or your mic. So it requires no real special setup. You gain listeners or subscribers because you're uploading every month. So you'll need to be gaining listeners and subscribers to your podcast. So to make $200 per day, you need to have listeners, right? So the only way to get listeners is you're going to have to also include a marketing strategy so that people will know about your podcast. And it needs to be a really good podcast so that others will share it with other people. And that's what will grow your podcast. And so out of that, ad spots just makes sense for your podcast, and then you'll get reimbursed for that. But let's talk about how it actually works. Why it's a false belief to think that it's passive. Recording weekly takes time and effort. So you have to plan, you have to script, you have to record, and you have to edit. So it requires many hours per week to do this. To gain the listener account like I was speaking of requires marketing again. So here it is again. We need to have a marketing strategy. So you need to promote your podcast on social channels, on social media channels. And you need to do it more than just once in a while. You need to do it often. You need to let the social channels know what episode you've just uploaded, maybe what you're going to be doing in the future. Maybe you need to be providing value so that they can get curious enough to check out your podcast. And you're going to be posting often. And every day posting is going to be a necessity so that you can get your listener count to go up. All right. And if you result to buying ads to promote your podcast, then your cost has gone up, and now your listener count will also have to go up so that you can end up with $200 per day. So we love podcasts. It's a great strategy, but again, it's going to take work, consistent work to make it successful. Okay. Passive income number 6, YouTube. Who doesn't watch a YouTube? Who doesn't want to have a YouTube channel? So this is the fun one. So recording videos around a specific topic for a specific niche and uploading them to YouTube. You make money on ads by monetizing your videos. So I ran some numbers here. To make $200 per day, YouTube will pay you with ads per 1,000 views. And you can expect per 1,000 views somewhere in the range of $2.50 per 1,000 views. So to make that $200 mark per day, you will need 2.4 million views per month. I didn't misspeak that. 2.4 million views per month. So the idea works this way. You post on YouTube consistently. You monetize your views by running ads, and you generate that monthly income passively because people are watching YouTube videos anytime, whether you're awake or asleep, if you're at your favorite resort, if you're enjoying your favorite meal, YouTube videos will be watched. But let's talk about how it actually works and why it's not passive. Gaining views and growing a channel just takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of knowledge on how the YouTube algorithm works. So it's requiring you to devote a tremendous amount of time to learning the system, especially when it's like changing all the time. So the algorithm system is complicated. All right. You need to find topics to talk about. So you need to research your niche. What topics are they really interested in? So that takes a lot of time every single week because you're going to be posting a YouTube video every single week. And it's recommended that you post 2 YouTube videos every single week. Writing a script, recording, again, many more hours involved here. And then we come to the editing phase of your video. Editing is where the time is spent, and editing is difficult and it takes a lot of time. It takes way more time to edit a video than it does to script it, record it, and do your research. And if you're going to be doing 2 videos per week, you're going to be spending a lot of time with this. So therefore, making YouTube not passive. Passive income number 7, become an affiliate. Find a product that you would use, sell it, make a commission of upwards of 50%, and just get a nice fat check every single month. So let's break this down. If you want to make $200 per day and you sell a $100 product and you get 50% of that, resulting in $50, you need to sell 120 products per month. So the concept works this way. You find a product that you would use, that you enjoy using, that you trust, and you promote your product to your audience, to an audience that you own via email or another source or channel that you can actually reach your audience. Okay, so you're going to be making commissions out of each sale. So to make the affiliate system really work, okay, so you're going to need a constant flow of leads, resulting in about 2,500 per month. And that's what you can expect to make $200 per day. So let's talk about how this actually works and why it's not passive. To have a list of 2,500 people that are buyers, it takes a marketing strategy. You see a similarity? A marketing strategy is not easy. And even though I've said it several times amongst all these other business ideas, it's a very necessary strategy and it's not easy. Just think of it this way. If there's a company out there that has a product and they're needing affiliates to sell the product so that they can make their revenue, why would a company who owns the product, who has an amazing budget for marketing, need other people who don't have a marketing budget, who don't even have much income at all? Why would they be looking to them, to yourself, to promote that product? Because it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work to build up a list, a trusted list of buyers. It just takes a lot of work. That's why these affiliates are depending on people like yourself to go and promote. They do their own promotions and they will get sales out of that, but it's not enough. That's why they got this affiliate program and that's why they depend on you. So that in itself tells you if a company that's got major dollars back behind them is depending on you who's got just a minuscule of money compared to what they've got, that your time you're going to be putting into this is what they're going to leverage. So to do this, you're going to have an online presence. You're going to have a social media network where you're posting and you're sharing content and you're providing value. You'll need to make sure that the value you provide to your audience, that it's real, true value, something that they really appreciate, so that when it's all said and done, they don't want to buy this product from anybody else other than you because of what you've given them. And being able to be up and out in front of people like that consistently is a lot of work. And there's no passiveness about this. Yes, you can sell your products passively in the sense that you can sell it whether you're asleep or you're awake or you're on the beach or you're riding in an airplane. But you're going to have to, when you get your feet back on the ground and you get yourself back into an office somewhere, so you're going to have to continue to keep providing that value, keep making that churn of new leads coming into your system so that you can promote your affiliate links. So therefore taking away all sense of passive income and bringing in the aspect of work. All right, that's the end of this list. And the important part that I want you to think about is that all of these ideas that I gave you are awesome business ideas. But the pitfalls that I'm trying to save you from is that thinking that you do any one of these and you can have complete passive income where there's no work involved and you can do whatever, whenever, what you want. I want you to realize that any business, it takes a strategy, it takes a plan, and it takes being consistent with it, and it takes a lot of work. And that's okay. That's just totally okay. Working for a goal is just an awesome way to go. And I just want this message to get out there to anybody that needs to hear it. If you know somebody who needs to hear this message, please share this episode with them. Because I don't want people to go around with that false belief that there is a way to make passive income without doing any work. I want people to realize that when you go into this online business space, that you're going to have to put in the work. And at the end of the day, when you've been able to be successful in it, you'll be rewarded handsomely for it at the end of the day as a business, a real business. I've been happy to share this with you today. Thanks for being with me. And I wish you all the best as you are in your business pursuit. And I will see you again in the next one.
So I got a question for you. How is it going inside of your business? What is the outlook for the next 6 months? Can you see light at the end of the tunnel? Or are you coming up against roadblock after roadblock after roadblock that seems like there's no end in sight? Well, I've got good news for you. Today, you're tuning in, you're listening in, and I appreciate you so much. And I know what it's like to be in your shoes because I am in your shoes. I am doing the same thing you're doing. Creating a business is not easy. And I'm right there with you. And I have this guide that I know will help you out. It's called the Fast Profitable Online Business Guide. It's straightforward, it's simple, and it covers the 3 building blocks of an online business. What should you be focusing on? What's going to make the biggest difference? How to position yourself? What kind of strategies should you be using? And it also has some of the most common mistakes that business owners make and how you can avoid them. Now, like I said, you've tuned in, you're listening in, I appreciate you so much, and I want you to grab that guide for free today. All you got to do is go down below this episode, there's a link, or you can go ahead and just go to ecreatebiz.com/guide. That's GUIDE, and you just simply grab your guide there. That's ecreatebiz.com/guide, GUIVE, or just click the link below this episode. You've got nothing to lose. It's there for you. Again, I appreciate you so much for tuning in and listening today.